This is the topic that nobody wants to talk about. This is the topic that everybody is so uncomfortable with talking about. This is the topic that everybody ignores. This is the topic that everybody needs to heal from.
To me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. My job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there, and just to bring it out. This is what compels me.
I just want to get rid of the bad energy. Keep the bad energy away from me. Keep the colorist away from me. And we're gonna have good vibes. Okay, y'all, so I lit my sage over there so I can keep the energy clear and keep the colorist away. So basically, as y'all can tell, that this video is going to be about colorism, and not specifically about colorism, but basically how to deal with colorism, how to heal from colorism, and how to just deal with colorist people. I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to deal with colorism and how to be free from colorism. I decided to do this video because it's very important. Every time when I look on YouTube to find colorism videos, I can't really find none, or they're really not that important, or they really don't go into detail. So basically, I decided to do a colorism video because it's just not talked about. So I'm going to be the first person to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. We need to heal from topics like this, whether you like it or not, whether you're ignorant about it or not. But this is a topic to talk about. If you love topics like this, if you want me to talk about more topics that is important in the black community, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and just make sure you just show me some love. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. First tip is basically ignore the stereotypes. This is very important because there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of stereotypes about different people, and they can be ignorant. They are definitely false, and your job is to basically ignore them. These people are ignorant people. These people have been raised off of opinions and not facts. These people are basically blind to skin complexions. Basically, they only see what they want to see. They only like what they like because of what they were taught by society and white supremacists, of course. But these are the people that you just have to ignore. There's going to be a lot of trolls out there that likes to have fun or make fun of the agenda that the white supremacist people put out there, if you get what I'm saying. These people, especially black people, and it could be other cultures and other races as well. From what I've experienced, a lot of black people like to make fun of, you know, different types of people because of the white supremacist agenda that was pushed. So they think they have a one-up, or they feel superior because of this white agenda that was pushed. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of black people, they like to, you know, make fun of a person because of her hair, color of their skin, a particular weight. But most importantly, they like to have stereotypes about a person with a skin complexion. Like, for example, they would say that a light-skinned girl is stuck up. That's a stereotype that a lot of black people go by. They say that a lot of dark-skinned women are ghetto or loud or bald-headed. You get what I'm saying? So these are the type of stereotypes that a lot of people go by, especially in the black community. You know, them little jokes that we used to, you know, tell each other when we were little. Oh, you look like a monkey, or you black like the street, or you step on the crack, you break your mother's back. Those type of stereotypical jokes that we were taught basically kind of ruined us. It really was a joke, but it really wasn't. It kind of really built up a stereotype thing. As we got older, we really think that is the truth when it's really not. So you have to ignore those people that is raised off of stereotypes, because they are ignorant people. If you're not the type of person that likes to ignore someone, you know, put them in place, put them in check. Say, first of all, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, dark-skinned women have a lot of hair. Look on YouTube. They all over YouTube. Light-skinned girls, it's not stuck up. I have a lot of light-skinned best friends. They are very friendly and stuff like that. There are a lot of people that have some bullshit with them, but it's not due to their complexion. A lot of people in the black community has just been raised off the stereotype that basically divide us, you know, depending on your skin complexion, and it's basically not true. The stereotypes is just not true. A person is going to be how they are, whether they light, dark, purple, or yellow. It has nothing to do with skin complexion. So basically, tip 1 is to ignore those stereotypes. That's all it is, sis. It's stereotypes. Or if you're a dude watching this, you know, it's stereotypes, you know. Just ignore it. Let it fly by. Remember that they are ignorant. Remember that they don't know what they're talking about. And just laugh at them, because they just have a low frequency and they're not vibing like you. They not like you. They don't got it like you. Ignore them. Most people that judge a person with a specific skin complexion, they haven't fully learned anything. They haven't fully matured. They haven't did they research. They haven't traveled around the world. They haven't really did anything to make their point of view, you know, be factual. All they know is what the society taught them. So you basically got a one-up on them. They're dumb. They're stereotypical and they're ignorant. Moral of the story is, ignore the stereotypes, because it's not true and they just ignorant. So they don't matter. They don't. They don't matter. And they shouldn't matter to you. And that's the end of tip 1. Tip number 2 is self-love. Now this is so important, because a lot of people get affected by colorism and colorist people because they don't love themselves. So whatever someone tells them in their head, they automatically think it's true, or they automatically get emotional. You have to do with self-love. Buy some self-love books. I have a couple self-love books. You have to do your shadow work. You have to heal. And a lot of problems within the black community, the reason why some black people's self-love is off is specifically because we haven't healed from our problems. We deal with abandonment issues. We deal with heartbreak. We deal with cheating issues. We deal with abuse. We deal with did I say abandonment? We deal with so much as black people, to the point where it forces us to not love ourselves. So when we hear something about ourselves that we haven't healed from, we basically going to get emotional or upset, or we're going to believe it. You have to deal with self-love. You have to love yourself more. You have to take care of yourself. You have to love everything about you, from your hair to your lips to your eyes to your clothes to your skin. You have to do everything that boosts your self-love. What I do personally, I meditate. I make sure that I have a peaceful mind, and usually meditation helps to remove those negative thoughts in your head, because I used to have negative thoughts in my head too. But as I meditated more, I kind of grew out of the negative thoughts, because I learned that the negative thoughts came from other people, the stereotypical people. I learned that the negative thoughts in my head came from society. Don't ever let society teach you what's right, because they're wrong. The only way you can know what's right is from within. So when you start finding out about yourself, when you start vibing with yourself, and most of the time you have to vibe by yourself. That's the only way you can vibe with yourself. Vibe by yourself. You can have friends and all of that, but make sure you vibe by yourself. Kick it with yourself. Learn what you like. Learn what you love. Learn everything about yourself. And over time, you will love yourself, because it's not about the looks. You probably will love your looks, but you will love your soul. You will love everything you possess. For me, for example, I'm a creative person. I'm a sweet person. I'm a happy person. I'm a calm person. I'm peaceful. And once you start learning those traits about yourself, like I did, you would just love yourself. And it's other people that have traits that makes them beautiful as well. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. But I'm going to tell you one thing. There is a quote that Megan Good said, that everybody is unique in your own way. You can't take nothing from them, and they damn sure can't take nothing from you. That means that whatever you have, nobody else have. Whatever they have, nobody else have. Everybody is unique. So once you start learning about yourself, sis, and you know that nobody can take that goodness from you, that black girl magic from you, that black man magic from you, you're going to be on top of the world. You're going to feel like nobody can touch you. And it's not about being superior. It's about knowing yourself and loving yourself and having that self-love. Everybody got levels to this shit. If you don't love yourself, you just got to grow. But if you do love yourself, you on top of the world.
Period. 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 Period.
And that's what it is. Love yourself. Have self-love. Step 3. This is one of my favorite steps. Well, I keep saying step. Tip 3 is basically don't fall for the matrix. Now, in the beginning times, the matrix was the universe. But see, the white supremacy has flipped the matrix upside down to the point where the matrix is nothing but bullshit. You really have to tap into yourself to know what the matrix really is. You feel me? So the matrix, the society, basically, pushes a agenda to get rid of dark-skinned women, to make dark-skinned women feel inferior, to make black women feel inferior, to make black men feel inferior. Basically, you know, the black men shootings, the black women shootings, all of these shootings that's happening, all of these celebrities that's dating a certain type of female, all of these certain type of females are getting higher up in the modeling industry or the Instagram influencer industry, all types of fucking social media industries. You only see one specific type of female. And why is that? Is because the white supremacy wants to push one agenda, and that's separating us, getting rid of dark-skinned women, just creating their own story of how black is supposed to be. The first black woman was dark-skinned. The first black woman was dark-skinned.
The first black woman was dark-skinned.
The first black woman was a dark-skinned boo-boo. So how can you hate on somebody that's been here first? No, but seriously, you kind of see where I'm going with this. They want you to feel inferior because you the shit. You got it, boo. You're the shit. Everything that comes out of you, you create. I'm talking about the mulattoes, the Indians, Cherokee, Choctaw, Puerto Rican. I'm talking about all of them. All them people we created. The dark-skinned black woman created. You feel me? So that's where you have to ignore the matrix. The matrix just pushing one agenda, and that's just separating the black community, getting rid of the black community, and just washing them out. That's why they are promoting black and white relationships, or a black man going with a white woman, or a black woman going with a Spanish woman. The original Spanish people were dark skinned. So basically, you just have to do your research. You have to know what the agenda is trying to push. And when you see certain stuff, you can be like, oh, okay, I see why they're doing this. I see why she think like that. I see why that's like that in this movie. It's because when you do your research and you learn about yourself and learn where you came from and learn who you are, you're going to realize why the Matrix is the way it is. So don't fall for it. Ignore it. Know yourself. Love yourself. Just ignore it. Just ignore the Matrix. It's the agenda they're trying to push. Whatever you see some bullshit and you know it's bullshit and you feel like, why do I feel like this? You know why, sis. Because they're pushing an agenda that's fake. The whole social media is fake. Everything is fake. So when you know yourself, you won't fall for the Matrix. And that's it for step 3. Step 4 is become your better self. Now, a lot of those negative thoughts will automatically disappear when you start taking care of your skin, when you start brushing your teeth, and when you start washing your ass. Period. When you start eating right, working out, stop eating meat. Well, you can eat meat, but that's just what I do. But, you know, stop eating foods that makes you gain weight. Stop focusing on things that stress you out. Just let it go. Become your better self inside out. You know, focus on growing your hair, focus on growing your lashes, focus on making your teeth whiter by using organic things, focus on losing weight, focus on building your self-love. Once you do that, sis, you're going to be the better version of yourself. Like, you're going to be that dark-skinned girl that looks the fuck good, okay? You're going to be that light-skinned girl that looks the fuck good. And nobody can tell you nothing. Once you become your best self, nobody's going to tell you nothing. I'm telling you, like, when I started losing weight and I started growing my little hair and I started growing my little edges, like, nobody couldn't tell me nothing. When somebody said something about dark skin, I was like, nigga, please become your better self. It's the best feeling in the world. And all of those negative talks that people be saying, it really is going to go over your head. Like, and they're going to be the one looking stuck and stupid because everybody's going to be looking like. And it's not all about the looks. Build your relationships up. Heal your relationships. You know, stuff like that. Once you do that, all of the other things will fall in place and you would just become more beautiful and more sexy inside out. And no complexion amounts to that. And the last and final step, step 5, is basically healing. Healing is so important. Like, the whole black community need to heal. And the only way we can heal is to basically heal together. We have to cry together. If we cry more together instead of having like this egotistic way about ourselves and open up to one another, share our problems, share our issues, share our insecurities, share our problems that we dealt with in our life, like abandonment issues, health issues, trust issues. If we talk about that stuff as a community, we will all just be on the high, powerful frequency, and we all will start crying together. And what happens when you cry together? Y'all get more powerful. Y'all will love. At the end of the day, everybody needs love. If you have hate in your heart, you will hate on that dark-skinned woman. You will hate on that light-skinned woman. You will just be hateful. You have to love everybody. Everybody is beautiful. The only thing that's going to help you, sis, is healing. You have to heal from your issues. If you got bullied in school, you have to heal from that. Like, if you got bullied bad in school, you have to heal from that. If you have problems with your family that revolve around colorism, you have to heal from that. That takes a lot of healing, and it could take 1 year, it could take 3 months, it could take 5 years, it can take 10 years. Moral of the story is you have to heal. That's why a lot of black relationships don't last, and that's why a lot of black men is going to the white girls, or that's why a lot of black girls is turning gay, or whatever y'all doing. Is because we haven't healed from our issues. Like, we have, black girls have daddy issues, you have black men that have daddy issues, family issues, eating issues, society issues, phone issues. Like, we have so many issues that we are so scared to talk about that white people got a one-up on us. White people sit around and talk all day. They have parties every day just talking. We need to start talking more. We need to stop being shy or egotistic. We have to heal. We have to cry together, heal together, love together. And once we do that, colorism will end. And white people wouldn't have that over us. Colorism would end. Everybody will be cool. All the light-skinned guys and dark-skinned guys will be cool, because it's a lot of beef between y'all. Y'all, I don't know what's going on between y'all. Y'all got a lot of beef. I be hearing jokes about light-skinned guys all the time. It's a lot of black girls that don't date light-skinned guys. Why not? Or because they look weak. Why they look weak? Because they skin complexion, sis. I'm in a relationship with a light-skinned guy. He harder than a lot of you niggas. Hello. A lot of y'all dark-skinned guys be like, oh, I don't date dark-skinned girls. Why? Because you heard that we don't have no hair. You heard that we're ghetto. You heard that we don't get along with people. You heard that we loud. Because I've seen the same thing with a light-skinned woman. Hello? All of that stuff that people live off of is through society, and it's through issues that they haven't healed from. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't healed from, but I know how to handle it. You also gotta be aware of your issues. You can't just be going around mad at the world and be like, oh, I don't have no issues, ain't nothing wrong with me. No, you have to heal from these things. You have to grow from these things. You have to be aware of yourself. You have to be aware of your thoughts, your issues, your problems. And some of y'all might need a therapist. The only therapy at the end of the day is crying together and healing together. If a black man come up to a black woman that's struggling and tell her that he loves her, she'll be like, oh my God. Like, she'll love that shit, because that black woman haven't heard that enough. Or if a black woman comes up to a black man and say, hey, I love you, you're strong, you can do this, I got you. If a black man hear more of that, that's a plus. It's all about healing. Heal together, grow together, cry together. Kendra Lamar. So that is all I have went down, all the tips and the steps to deal with colorism. I hope this helped you. I know it's not, a lot, because, it takes a lot to deal with colorism, but I hope those basic steps really get you on the right path to deal with colorism and how you can, break free from colorism. I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed, and like I said, if you love videos like this, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And that's all for this video. Mwah.
I'm willing to die for this shit. I done cried for this shit. Might take a line for this shit.